and then Lightning Strike is not an option, and they cannot, you know, outvalue this. So yeah, we need to do it now. If we waited, this could be an absolute loss. We go Harvester. Yep. And now we reanimate it. So it hits twice. Man, this synergy is so cool. It's so good at sweeping the board. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today absolutely amazing Reanimator that combines two of our favorite strategies. I instantly fell in love with this, and this ranked as top 3 plays. The other ones were decks that we already showcased. This is something new, and it seems to be working like a charm, even on best of 1 ladder. We'll show you the stats in the outro. It seems promising. So basically what you are doing, you have 2 game plans that we usually use on this channel separately, and they were combined into one deck, and for some reason it works like an absolute charm. We have Aether Reanimator with Zombify, Collector's Vault, and of course Tyrant and Atraxa. And the second game plan is Smuggler's Surprise, so we can literally flash creatures during the combat phase to instantly block. And of course we also want Tyrant and Atraxa. The cool part about this deck is also Harvester of Misery, because you can discard it early game just for protection against all those red decks. It helps a lot if you can kill the mouse instantly. And later you can just use it as a sweeper. You can also discard it, then Zombify it for 6 mana, and it will get 1 creature for -4/-4, and that is surprisingly good. This is best of 3 list. It was from a tournament, so of course you will get full sideboard, which is also nice for all you serious best of 3 players. And with that being said, let's go into the gameplay, and I really hope you will enjoy today's video. Thank you for being here, and let's have some fun. Bro, what is this draw? I will take it because we have Surveyor, and for sure we are not dying on the first turns. I honestly don't think this is the card. We need Vaults, we need something that has huge impact. We need Reanimation card, discarding, or something like this. Alright, here's the first victim. Here's the first victim. Of course we go Sewers, so we can double cut down. To be honest, this is something, but it's still not what we want. And of course we have to cut down right now. Otherwise we won't cut down at all. And next turn it might be either double cut down or Duress. Oh, this is interesting. Alright, this makes me a bit more hopeful, and it seems to be Esper version. They probably don't have a play for this turn, so let's see exactly what is going on. My guess is this town ain't big enough, right? That's always the most annoying card. And then they only have Pixie, basically. It's interesting, they did not play it, so they are trying to find value. Alright. So now they can shelter by Ghost. They can go for Nowhere to Run. But it will pump to 2/2, so we can still kill it, which is nice. And we want the Fountainport mana on the next turn, so let's be efficient here. Told you, we are not dying anytime soon here. We definitely go Fountainport here. And we can actually get some small edge over our opponent. This card is extremely important, and it was a full whiff. This is not what they wanted. This is extremely bad draw for them. And we can instantly punish it. I expect Nowhere to Run, so they can negate it the first time it happens, but that's it. Yep. Now they can also bounce something with Pixie. So this is basically a free value for them. Oh, I wish we had this turn before. That would be so much better. So we go for Fountainport, right? Nothing to Duress here. Nothing to Duress here. I think we might go for Treasure, and then we draw with this Treasure on the next turn. Yep, they're going for the play. Yes, because they cannot use it to pump anything yet. I wonder, those cards from the top will decide the game. They are the most important part right now. Alright, alright. Do we want to Duress anything? I don't really want to be honest. Let's go for Treasure. Because it cannot be hit by Nowhere to Run, and we don't pay life, which, you know, is fine. We kinda gave away what we have here. Alright. Do I want to Duress? I think we won't get better deal than this, to be honest. It's not very good, but it still trades 1 for 1, and it makes it a little bit more awkward. So now we can make the fish if we discard this. I knew it. I knew it. The card was something. I thought about blue talent, but it makes no sense, so this one is even better. Alright, so we want to cut it down probably. And we want to do it now, so they cannot interact. I think we are doing such a great job, and normally they have way more cards than us, but first, their cards do not matter. And second, we have the Fountainport. That's why you want this card in your deck. This gives you those 1-2 extra cards that generally win the game. A full whiff. Our opponent is not very good at drawing correct cards, so they will probably lose. Like, no joke, no joke. And we can draw a card here. Don't forget we are a Reanimator deck. So we actually have incredibly powerful plays that they cannot really beat. And they already wasted double the stunt ain't big enough, which is their best card. Alright, I mean, we can try to go for Atraxa. Yeah, I think we play Atraxa on the next turn, right? Because we have blue. Yeah, we lack only white color, so we can get it from the treasure. And that, man, Fountainports are just carrying this game. This is incredibly great draw. It was so close to hitting, man. Worst case, we could make a treasure and sacrifice a treasure or a fish. So it still wouldn't hit our Atraxa if we were really desperate, but it would slow us down for a full turn. Now we go treasure, we play Atraxa and they scoop. Because as we all know, you cannot beat Atraxa value. Now with Zombify, and let's go. We know their hand. And this is how you destroy Esper enchantments. Honestly, the deck is very strong, but we always find a way to weasel our way out of their win. Collector's Vault for future. Zombify, Harvester, and I'll take the Surveillance so my draws are better. Here it is. Draws are better. Honestly, they cannot even beat Atraxa, I think. Not even talking about the rest of the stuff that we got. So I think they will draw a card. Yeah, they will scry, draw a card, and probably scoop then, because when they see there's nothing they can do about Atraxa, I don't see any way out. I think, like, the best way is this town ain't big enough, but it's so bad. Like, we just play Atraxa in 2 next turn, so they, even with best draw, they don't do anything really. This can draw them 1 card. Yeah, I mean, this is something at least, but they will get stuck. I think with this, there might be a chance they recover over time if we literally don't hit anything. Let's go for... their lands do not matter, so let's use Chorus here. And we want to go with this. And let's see what the card is. Oh, this is nice. We don't need the Vault, that's for sure. So we definitely attack, because why not? They can use the Lockdown, but it costs a lot of mana. And they only draw 1 card. Yeah, I think this is the play. It's interesting they didn't scoop, but I guess with Tracker you can theoretically like do 5-7 new cards, so they might be hoping to hit the furthest town ain't big enough. And if they have this kind of infinite cardo engine, they might, you know, do some stuff maybe. Alright, here it is. We draw a card. Let's get maybe green mana. We have black here. Yeah, so the game is won, we just need to navigate it right. And they might go to second combat phase, right? They cannot attack anyway. Okay. This is nice. They're drawing a card, but we also can kill the altar if we want. If we got... You know what? Oh man, I didn't see this play. We can actually clear the board. We can discard Harvester and reanimate it with Zombify. I did not see this play. I will get more life. More mana. And this is a good play. So first we attack to see if there's reaction. Alright, nothing. Good for us. Up to 30. Our opponent is a fighter, I have to admit. We go Harvester. Yep. And now we're animated, so it hits twice. Man, this synergy is so cool. It's so good at sweeping the board. And now it goes Zombify. Oh, we actually had Harvester already, which is nice. We can even nearly Zombify again. And they need to react right now, because they are losing the whole board. Nowhere to run, sure. But what are they? Oh, they just want to cycle a card. Because of course Atraxa won't die to this. Sure. So they just wanted to cycle a bad card. And they are losing everything. Oh my. And we have Smuggler surprise, so even if they draw something that bounces it, we can... Man, game is in our back right now. Like, there's no way they are winning this. So let's see what the last ditch effort is. But I have to say, our opponent did way more than I expected them to. Like, they tried to take the game for like 3 extra turns, but you can see that Atraxa is just too strong. Alright, we're going first, and I really like this hand. I don't think we'll turn 1 Duress. It might be a mistake, but I don't want to pay myself. I want to make sure that we get something. I'll be honest, this is such a good card here. I will greed out completely, because look at this. If we can sneak it into the board, we win the game. But can we do it? Can we do it? We can also use this to hit lands in case we get mana screwed. So honestly, this is pretty good. Let's discard it. Let's do it now, so they cannot pump it. Because good player will play around your removal very often. So if they play another creature, we'll be forced to remove the same thing. Another hero into oh my god, so good. Alright, so what can we do on this turn? We need to get into Smuggler surprise. This is our win con. So we probably go this. And we try to mitigate their pump spells. I already see some targets. Obviously Monstrous Rage is the best one. As always. Just 1 mana, do everything. I mean... This is a removal, I guess. So what they will do? Probably play the top deck and it will be Monstrous Rage. They want to pump the mouse more than anything else. If not, this is 5 damage with Lightning Strike and all the mana. It's not the worst. I think I should draw this. But what if we miss lands? We need 6 for this. I'm sorry, Bitter Triumph. Like, we need to hit those lands and we need to draw 2 more. That's a tall order. Okay, I think they are pumping the mouse with the land. You know, just to make sure that even if they overdraw lands, it's still good for mono red. Alright, good call, good call. You want... oh my god, this draw is so bad. We need to make fish. We need to start making fish. I would love to make a treasure, but of course this draw is potentially what lost us the game. And before you say that you needed to take Bitter Triumph, after Bitter Triumph I would still draw Atraxa, so it wouldn't change too much. And this is a lot of damage. And let's go. We don't really have a choice here. We know that we can block. Yeah, let's just go while we can. I think we'll lose this. Alright. Oh my god, can we do it in time? We can actually play the thing on the next turn. This will be so close. This will be incredibly close. Alright. I think I should have done it. I'm trying to be a bit sneaky because I don't want them to know that the game ends on the next turn. Because then they can change how they play. But here I think we can do some magic. 1 damage. I need untapped land for this, right? But we have plenty of those. They have something for 1. Alright, alright. Alright guys, this next 2 draws will decide the game, and I think with this we won, right? With this we won. That was close. Alright, so we played this. We get Tyrant into Atraxa, and man, that could not be closer. We are at 5. I think we need to do it now. They can burn us in response, probably. And with Atraxa, there's not much they can do anyway. Right? Sorry, bro. I know it's a bit overdue, but like, we need to think. If they have double Lightning Strike, they will literally kill us on the start of the turn. Yeah, we have to do it now. Well, let's put 2 creatures. Because we will life gain so much with the Tyrant. And then Lightning Strike is not an option, and they cannot, you know, outvalue this. So yeah, we need to do it now. If we waited, this could be an absolute loss. Duress is nice, let's take untapped land. And that's it, that's all we need. That's all we need. I could take the cut down, but it's not worth it, I think. Like, we will win the game by just, you know, smorking our opponent with lifelink. And now we will have to block. So we are at 11, this is way more comfortable. You can see how much power this deck has, like, bro. Come on. Alright. Alright, so this is interesting. I think we go like this. And like this. Yeah, because you want to double lifelink. Because they kind of want to get this out of the board so it deals damage and maybe they can sneak the remaining one. But the moment you untap and attack with Atraxa, you are way above their burn range. Alright, our opponent is going first. Really, really eager to start the game. Alright, I can appreciate it. Let's go with the fast land. Alright, our opponent is very interactive so far. And here is the Dread Knight. Very interesting. So now we have the first decision. We can either kill it, slowing the game down and forcing them to spend one turn on drawing cards, or we can go Collector's Vault, which is super interesting. I think we go like this, honestly. Because the next play is probably Glissa, I would guess. We aren't sure, but this is what they want. Yep, exactly. So we know they have the perfect curve so far. But with that, we can try to do some magic. So this doesn't really hit us, right? No enchantments, no counters, and they can only draw a card, which is good, but it's only a card. Which means that we could go for Collector's Vault, but we can also Bitter Triumph on Tyrant and Zombify it on the next turn, which seems like a better idea. And they cannot prevent it, really. I think this seems to be a decent player, so I think they will attack first, right? Because you generally don't need to do anything in the first combat phase, as your opponent like is forced to react to this. Yep. And we discard. Well, this is interesting because there might be a chance that they have like Ooze or something that exiles creatures. So I think we'll literally take this hit. It's not something we have to do. But I think it's better because we are not losing by damage after we play the Tyrant. We need to make sure that the Tyrant goes through. Sure. So they will draw a card and like they will get some extra value, but this value won't matter because our deck is way stronger. Especially when we get the Atraxa part. And with the Tyrant we are doing so many cards. So this is basically 6 damage and 1 card and that's it. We can tank it. As long as we make sure that we don't die, as we don't get this exiled from the graveyard. Sure, no counter, so we don't need to counterplay it. And that was it. That was everything. So in all honesty, we just go with this. We discard a card, we kill Glissa, makes it easier for the next turn, and we already have the Zombify. So our opponent is kinda confused probably why we didn't do it combat phase, because we don't know if they can exile it from the graveyard. They probably cannot, but it's not worth the risk. And here's another Zombify, that's a good one, that's a good one. And now they need to go for a 6/6. They can definitely kill it, but I'm not sure if they can kill the token as well, and they don't really want to kill it. The talent is very scary, because it seems they might be playing Raska. And that is a huge problem for us. So we can either kill this, we will probably attack. No. I think we draw a card and see what we get, because we probably need to Duress them or something. I don't think we need this. I don't think we need this. So they can actually attack through the Tyrant on the next turn, but I think we go like this. Yeah, I like this play. The problem is, yeah, let's keep attacking. We can burn the treasure for it, right? I mean, we don't have to, it's not Shelter by Ghosts. Alright, I will be defensive because I think they will attack through this. And I want to draw the extra card because I think they are closing to something like Raska maybe. I'm not sure if they play it, but if they play this, there is some chance that they play Planeswalkers that instantly win the game. Which is a great strategy, because if you don't have counter spells, you cannot really prevent it. This is Tapland, so they could not go Raska on this turn. So I want to draw Duress, honestly. We could also get Atraxa reanimated, so then we can find Duress, and then if we can hit Raska. So of course they might not have this horse strategy, which is fine, but this is the only way they can win. Alright, so let's see the attack. They don't really want to swing through the Tyrant because it gives us good value. So they're in a rough spot. They have to attack, but they don't really want to. And I will sacrifice the Tyrant even we don't have to do it. Because that's a good trade. They can draw a card, which is absolutely fine. We are also drawing cards, and we have Atraxa, and they do not. Alright, here we go. We can also use the Fountainport to draw a card if you want. Demolition Field. It's something, you know. They can replay the Red Knight. We could Harvester of Misery. I told you, they have something. And that's why we kept... yeah, man, if we played like we wanted originally, we would get absolutely busted because of this ooze. I was thinking either ooze or this 1-mana artifact, you know, the Ghost Vacuum or whatever it is. And they actually have it. So moment we kill it, they will, you know... Moment. We pay life. I think that's the best. We still need the cards, especially that we can cycle them. Now they will exile the Tyrant. But that means that the ooze is out. Alright, and now we have a free board as well, which is super nice. Alright, this should be Demolition Field. I mean, in all honesty, we are in a decent spot here. Let's cycle a card, see if we can get something relevant. Not really, unfortunately, but it's fine. I don't really want to play with Harvester. They cannot attack with the Cottage due to Demolition Field. Every creature will get killed. We have enough mana to pay the ward. So I think outside of Rust... Oh my god, I told you. That's why we were digging for Duress so hard. And there's not much we can do here. Alright. It is what it is. So you need to hit Duress before they do it. We tried everything we could. We cycled all of the cards. We even sacrificed Tyrant for it. But we still cannot find it. Alright, our opponent is going what? And he's finally dead. I mean, he might be. He might actually be. But we'll see, we are on the play with Vault, which is always absolutely amazing opening. Because you can basically force the reanimation game plan super quickly, and you can cycle all the cards that don't match. So that gives you a little bit of power. However, oh, what are you? What are you, you madman? Demolition Field will probably not be the craziest play of the year. We absolutely kill Giada, so I guess this is just a normal Angel, spawn white. It seems like this, but we'll see. We will discard the Tyrant, it's probably the best one. Authority, absolutely, it's fine. We do not care, this is a wasted card basically. Absolutely, let's cycle. We might actually reanimate on the next turn. Let's get rid of the Tyrant. They might have exile, you know, graveyard exile effects, but I will take this risk. We always have more Tyrants in the deck, so it shouldn't matter too much. I could play this, but it doesn't kill anything. I think we just go Bitter Triumphs. Because this Angel is not scary, but the next one will be. Alright, 1 damage acquired. Ah, yeah, they need to play something more. They need to do more than this. Like, we can absolutely buffer this, so we can force the next play, basically. That's why you are patient, because that forces your opponent into some bad decisions, and you keep cycling cards and getting closer to your, you know, cool Atraxa reanimation. There are no 4-mana flash you know, Angels. Let's kill it to keep the board clear, because there might be a chance they don't have any next Angel. Alright, so this is protection spell? Sure. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. And it will be back next end step, so it will be our end step. I think we go for Surveil, because we want to make sure that the cards from the top are good. This is a good card. I could pressure them with Harvester, but that would force me to stop their animation plan for a bit. And I want to just play Atraxa, because she will, you know, basically beat the whole deck. That's fine. So our opponent is going for very slow lethal, and we can absolutely outrace them with the whole reanimation game plan. We don't need more lands anymore, we have all the treasures. We just need to find something like Atraxa. I mean, we will do it anyway. So let's get the full option. Duress is honestly nice. I don't think we need Fountainport here. With all the treasures, we can just play it out of them. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. That feels kinda awful, not gonna lie. Oh, our opponent has not the best day of their life. Like, this is the problem with all the protection spells right now. You have a lot of things that go around it. I will just keep cycling, because at some point we'll do Atraxa and that's an easy one. Oh, I don't want to discard anything. Let's go Harvester because we can reanimate it. We'll probably play Smuggler Surprise at the end step. We don't need to rush it because our deck is stronger. So every turn they're losing more and more. That's fine. I hoped for something that will be cut downable, but it's okay. I think this provides some pressure. And let's go for this one. We just want to throw cards. I don't want to burn treasures. Because we can always get everything back with second Smuggler Surprise. I mean, alright. I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. Here's the Zombify. So we can already kill it, but I would love to hit something a little bit better. Like Atraxa. We don't need this one. Alright, I guess we are getting this. Maybe I should play it just to make it roll a little bit better. But I guess we are going for this then. Wait. We have so much mana. So we can play with... Okay, we cannot Zombify. I wanted to Zombify another Harvester. So we go like this. And now we Zombify. We could go for the Tyrant, but I think Harvester killing this is way better. And they're fully tapped, right? So they probably cannot protect it. And here it is. We could even... Oh, I could also cut down, but I'm not sure if that would be better. So we will do like... Yep, here it is. Here it is. We have Smuggler Surprise, so we actually don't reanimate. We surprise it in. And our opponent needs to beat whole Atraxa value on 2 cards. And I'll tell you, it's not happening. I think they will literally die to this Harvester. This card is surprisingly versatile. It can sweep. It is an early game removal. Sure. I mean, actually I can just do this. This is what, 7 mana through 7? And we can actually go for this even. Perfect. We'll get all the value. We'll even protect Harvester from literally everything. I guess we take 2 lands. We didn't hit anything. We put Atraxa in the board. And they get 1 life, which is super cool. And moment Atraxa enters the battlefield, they're finally dead. Alright guys, I hope you had a great fun with this deck, and I'll be honest, I was super surprised of how consistent this is. It seems like both Zombify and Smuggler Surprise are different sides of the same coin, but they work surprisingly well together, especially that you can use Smuggler Surprise also as a protection for your huge creatures, so sometimes you just reanimate your stuff and you have so much mana with Collector's Vault, and then use Smuggler Surprise for literally 2 mana as a protection spell, and if you deny one the end or something, it makes all the difference in the world. And thanks to having all those early game plays with Cutdowns, Duress, Bitter Triumph and Harvester of Misery, I think this is a bit of a secret sauce for this deck. It just bridges you perfectly from early game to early reanimation into the main reanimation. It just gives you this whole early mid game, that lets you survive against super aggressive decks. And yeah, just having a sweeper later also helps a lot. Because if there's only problem is that Atraxa cannot block everything on a single turn. But I'll be honest, moment Atraxa you untap, you can attack once, you get extra 7 life, and your opponent still needs to attack through her due to the vigilance. It's just so hard, man. Most of the aggro decks just fold instantly. We won't talk too much about the sideboard because we are not playing best of 3, so that's probably something you don't want to craft unless you want to go serious about best of 3 gaming. The main deck seems to be doing the job. And before we go into the results and stuff like this, of course, as always, a huge thank you for our patrons for supporting the content every single day. What more to say, just a huge thank you for you guys. And if you ever wanted to help make those videos, this is the best way to do it. So check out the Patreon, there are some cool perks, maybe you will like them, you will get all the deck list earlier as always. And yeah, about this deck, I'm super surprised how consistent it was, and there is one card I didn't fully like. Every time I push and pull into any of the decks, I always either don't use it, or it hits wrong, or something goes wrong with this card always. I don't feel that it's super good, so if I was to switch any of those cards for best of one, it would be push and pull. This card, like, I'll be honest, always kinda disappoints me. I get fully the idea, because late game you can just pull and, you know, use the Atraxa into Tyrant for like, what, 13 damage with haste, also lifelinks, draws cards, stuff like this. So in theory it's amazing. You can also double Harvester of Misery for absolutely amazingly, you know, just cleaning the whole board. So there is an upside, but it just doesn't work for me every time. And honestly, about the score, we went 4-1, and it seems to be encouraging, because basically all of the decks except Angels were some form of meta decks. So it seems to be performing against all the aggro decks like you are super prepared, and that's most of the ladder. So yeah, I mean, it seems to have a shot, and double reanimation plan seems to be working. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Really thank you for just, you know, being here on the channel and just being so cool. I love reading the comment and, you know, all the back and forths with you. So yeah, that's super cool. And yeah, I mean, that's everything for today. See you guys tomorrow.
With